Hey everybody, welcome to day one of ELA and spelling. You might be looking through your packet or clicking around online and noticing that things are just a little bit different. And we're going to go over why day one looks a little bit different than maybe day two. So the first thing that's different in our packets this week is we have a sight word assessment, okay? And it explains right here what the sight word assessment, how it should be done. And basically what I want my friends to do is sit down with mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, whoever's at home with you, and you're going to have 2 minutes to read as many words as you can. Alright? And for every word that you get right, you get a check mark. For every word that might take you a little long to read, or maybe we kind of just miss a sound on or something, well, we're going to get an X on that one. And if you don't get through all the words in those 2 minutes, that's completely fine. I just want to see where you guys are at with your reading skills. So that's going to be the first thing you are going to do this week. The second thing we're going to be doing is going through a mini phonics lesson, and we're going to have some words that we're going to be reading, and we're going to be practicing reading those the fast way. Now for some of my friends who have been with AMS before, and they did class with Miss Rushing or Mr. Eric, you guys know what reading the fast way is. For some of my friends who don't know what it is, we'll go over that in a little bit with our lesson. But that's going to lead us to a story. Alright, we're actually going to be reading a story today. There's not going to be a worksheet that goes along with it. There might be some questions at the end, but overall we're not actually going to be checking boxes or filling bubbles with our story today. Okay? Other than that, the rest of this week we'll go over those worksheets as we get to those lessons, but make sure that after we are done with our story, we're jumping over to our spelling. Alright? If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, reach out. Otherwise, I'll see you in just a second when we start reading our phonics sounds. See you there. Alright everybody, before we go ahead and jump into our story for the day, what we're going to do is we're going to practice going over some of our sounds to make words. And then we're going to practice reading the fast way. Okay? The reason we're going to go over some of our sounds before we practice reading is because we can't really read without our sounds. We can't make words without our sounds. Okay? That's why they're important. So, another important thing is making sure that we are hearing them the correct way and we're practicing saying them the right way. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to say something like, this sound is ah, what sound? And then you're going to say the sound. And then I'm going to say it back to you. Yes, this sound is ah. Then I would say something like, this sound is what sound? And you would say it back to me. And then I would say, yes, this sound is This sound is th. What sound? Th. That is correct. And we're going to go all the way through that for our sounds. Just like that. Okay? So it's going to be an I say, then a you say. We good? Fantastic. Let's give it a try. This sound is ah. What sound? Ah. That's correct. This sound is what sound? That's correct. This sound is th. What sound? Th. This sound is eh. What sound? Eh. Good job. This sound is w. What sound? W. Good job. This sound is d. What sound? D. Very good. This sound is ah. What sound? Ah. Very good. This sound is h. What sound? H. Very good. This sound is I. What sound? I. Very good. Very good. Alright my friends, you did really good with your sounds. If you need, you can keep this paper and practice it all week long. That is entirely up to you. Okay? If you even want to pull this paper out of your packet and use it at home, that is fine too. I want to make sure you're getting the resources and the help that you need when I'm not around. Now the next step in our reading process is we've got some of our sounds, ow, but we need to learn how to read the fast way. Now, as I said before, some of my friends might remember how to do that from kindergarten, from when they were here, and some of my friends might be new and they don't know what to do. So, What you're going to do is, whether you're working on this on the computer or in your packet, you're going to notice that there are these lines here under each word, okay? What we're going to do is use our finger to track the word. Now me, I'm going to be using my ruler here, just because it's too big for my finger, okay? Either way, what you're going to do is you're going to take your finger, you're going to put it on this dot, and we're going to read the word using sounds first. And then after we get through all of the sounds, we're going to go all the way back to the beginning and say the word together. Just like this. Watch. L, I, f, t, lift. Okay? I'll show you one more time. L, I, f, t, lift. Alright? So I'm going to read it, then you're going to read it, and we'll read it together. So we know this word is lift. Let's move on to our next word. This word is k, l, a, p, clap. Clap. Alright? Now this right here is not a word that we need to read, but we know that A-R together sounds just like a pirate. A-R, R-R-R. A-R, R-R-R. Remember that. We say these two together when we see them together. Just like in this word. Let's go ahead and read it the fast way. R. R. Far. Very good. That word is far. Our next word has a silent E. That means we do not say that E in it. But we are going to say the A and the R. And that word is going to be R. R. We've read it the fast way. It's just R. Our next word. B. R. B. R. Bar. What word? Bar. This word is k. R. K. R. Put it together, read it the fast way. Car. Very good. You'll notice that this next word not only has a silent letter, because it's a little baby O, but we've also got our line over the O. That means it's going to make the long sound. We're going to say that letter sound. So it's going to say O. Here we go. R. Ode. R. Ode. Road. What word? Road. Very good, my friends. Very good. Next word. We have an ing, 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 ing. Ing, 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 ing. Okay? Here we go. S, I, t, t, ing. S, I, t, t, ing. What word? Read it the fast way. Sitting. Sitting. Fantastic. Next word. We got a th, that's a the sound. The, at. One more time. The, at. That. Very good, my friends, very good. Next word. W, e, n, t. Went. Usually that N makes the N sound. Sometimes it can sound a little bit different, but usually it's N. W, N, N, t. Went. Okay, next word. The, E, the. Now, this word can be said two ways. The, like how we see it, like I went to the mall, or it's the. The. Most people say it the. Okay? Next word has an ER together. ER says er. Er. Okay? V, E. V, E. Every. I know that Y can be a little tricky because that Y likes to make a couple of different sounds. In this word, it's kind of making the E sound. Every. Every. Next word. The. N. The. N. Then. Then. And our last word before we move on to reading. The. Is. The. Is. This. Fantastic work, my friends. That is the word this. Okay, what I'd like everybody to do now is, if you need a few more minutes practicing these words, go ahead and take your time. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and move on to reading. So flip to the page in your packet and let's get ready. See you in just a second. Alright, guys and gals, welcome to our first reading mastery story of the school year. I know we've been doing some reading mastery worksheets, but this is our first full-blown story. Craziness. Okay? Now, here's what's going to happen. I am going to read this to you as is. What I want you to do afterwards is practice reading this on your own. Okay? There are a lot of words in here we've already gone over before. There are a lot of words that we just went over on the board. Okay? So even though this is not an assignment you are turning in, this is an assignment you need to work on. You need to work on your reading. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and jump into our story. This is the title of the story right here. Every time we start reading, we're always going to look at the title first. You should be using your finger or a pen or a pencil to track the words. That means every time you are reading a word, you are moving along with it. You've probably seen me doing this with our lessons. Okay? So we're going to go up to the title of the story. The title of the story is always going to tell us what the story is about. Here we go. The cow on the road. I'll read it one more time. The cow on the road. Lots of men went down the road in a little car. A cow was sitting on the road. So the men ran to the cow. "We will lift this cow," they said. But the men did not lift the cow. "This cow is so fat, we cannot lift it." The cow said, "I am not so fat. I can lift me." Then the cow got in the car. The men said, "Now we cannot get in the car." So the men sat on the road and the cow went home in the car. The end. That was a good story. Just in case you want to see a picture of the cow, boom. There it is. Look at that. Look at that. Lovely. Fantastic cow. All right. I have a few questions for my friends now. If you are doing this online, I'm hoping that the program works. You guys can go ahead and click the answers after each question. If for whatever reason you can't, please let me know. We're trying something a little new this week. If you are doing this at home, you will not have a button to click, but you will have some circling you need to do in the passage. Okay? So, when I ask a question, and you're doing this in your packet, try to find the place that it might be in the story. Feel free to pause the video if you need to. Okay, feel free to ask a parent for help. You can reach out to me and ask for help as well. But let's go ahead and go over our first question. Our first question is, what's this story about? I'll say it one more time. What's this story about? If you said the story is about the cow on the road, you got it right. Because remember, I said the title's always going to tell us what the story is about. So you should have circled the cow on the road. If you're doing this on Schoology, you should have clicked the box that said the cow on the road. Number 2. Who went in the little car? I'll read it one more time. Who went in the little car? If you said lots of men went down the road in a little car, if you circled that or clicked that option, you would have been correct. Next question. What did the men say? What did the men say? If you said, "We will lift this cow," you got it right. Very good. They did say, "We will lift this cow." Now, the question is, did they lift her? No. The men did not lift the cow. And why not? That's your next question. Why not? This cow is so fat, we cannot lift it. That's why not. But the cow said, "I am not so fat." Then what did she do? Then the cow got in the car. She said, "I am not so fat, I can lift me." Then the cow got in the car. Very good, guys. Very good. All right. Well, that is enough questions from me, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns for me about this story, please let me know. Otherwise, make sure you are practicing this story. I would love to hear some of your reading soon. I look forward to when we're all in class in a couple of weeks. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Bye. Welcome back to spelling. Let's go ahead and go over our words for the week. Our first word is for. For. What word? For. Word number 2 is on. On. What word? On. Good job. Word number 3 is are. R. What word? R. Very good. Number 4 is as. As. What word? As. Very good. All right. Number 5 is back. Back. Like Backstreet's back. All right. I mean, what? No, I don't know Backstreet Boys. What word? Back. Very good. Number 6, sack. Sack. What word? Sack. Very good. And number 7, Mr. Flanders' favorite color, black. Black. What word? Black. Very good. And then our last word right next to skelabob. Word number 8 is snack. Snack. What word? Snack. Very good, guys. All right, go ahead and grab your paper, your pencil, or go ahead and click around with the mouse, and let's get ready to do our spelling work for the day. I'll see you there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for going over our words with me on the board. I greatly appreciate it. Please, if you could, take a moment and write your name at the top of your paper, just so I know whose paper I will be grading when it is turned in. If you are doing this on Schoology, please feel free to type your name at the top of the paper in the box provided. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and scoot this up though while we are working, just so we can see these words one more time. I know we just went over them on the board, but we're going to go over them one more time right here, just so we kind of know how to use the words in a sentence. Okay? Our first word is the word for. For. So we could say, I am going to the store for a gallon of milk. For. Okay. Word number 2 is on. On. I am standing on a chair. On. Are is number 3. Are. Are you going to the mall later? It's a good word. Are. Number 4. As. As. I was going to sit in the chair as someone pulled it out from under me. Oh dear. As. Number 5 is back. Back. My back hurts. Number 6 is sack. Sack. I put all of my rocks in one sack. A sack is like a bag. Number 7, black. Black. I love the color black. And then number 8 is snack. Snack. I think we all know what the word snack is. I am hungry and I want a snack. Very good, guys. All right, your job on this worksheet is going to be writing or typing them 3 times each. You need to make sure you are saying the word first before you are writing it. So you're going to say the word for, and then write it, and then write it, and then write it. And on, write it, and write it, and write it. Are, write it, write it, write it. You get the point, okay? Make sure you are saying each word so that way you know which word you are writing as you are saying it, okay? On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with spelling. Once you get all of this stuff filled in, this is all I've got for you right now, though, so I'm going to go ahead and get taking off, and I will see you in the next lesson. Bye, everybody.